Hello, good morning and welcome. It's just after 7 o'clock on the 18th of September and we'll start with silver. Um, this silver trade's happened quite nicely for us. We've got the trend line came up here. We cut the trend line and that gave us a sell signal. It's actually silver's come down and it's broken through the trend line on the lower trend line on the candle chart. Uh, it's got quite a heavy short on the commitment to traders, and we are now on the RSI. We're coming down to the 50 mark. I'd like to actually see that break below the 50 just to confirm the downward trend. Whoops, what I was going to say was the trend line on the RSI gets us in really quickly, but it's always well worth putting a stop behind it when you get into profit. USD JPY, this is continuing up. Weakness in the Japanese yen, a little bit of strength perhaps in the dollar. We've got our trend line on our RSI. Matter of just waiting and seeing where that goes. No point jumping in just now. This is the line, the red line is where I got out of it. Euro USD hasn't really done a lot last few days. It's gone up slightly, gone down a little bit. We are above the 50 on the RSI. Basically, unless we break above the 69.1, it's just going to be sideways movement. The 20-day moving average is still pointing up, but I expect that to sort of flatten out. We got a short ratio of 1.66 to 1 on the commitment of traders. USD CAD. I don't like to say this for about the second or the third time. We've come down onto support and I expect it to move back up. We've got a commercial long ratio for this pair of 1.94 to 1, and we have actually bounced below the 30.9 and now we're slightly above it. Hopefully this the US dollar will gain strength this week. The pound USD, well, we saw the pound take off like a rocket on the news that came out last week. I am expecting this sort of to make a pullback. I got out a bit early. I was in the euro dollar pound. It continued the next day, but I've had a really good month. I've put my trend line here on the RSI, so I'm just waiting for this to break the trend line, and I'll call a short on the way back down. We have a long ratio of 1.42 to 1 for the pound on the commitment of traders, but I think this is a little bit overbought at the moment, this pair, so I am out, but I'm expecting it to come back down. AUD USD, a little bit of a green candle this morning. We're at a fairly hefty support line of the nice big round number of an 80.8. It's bounced up and down it a couple of times, so I'd like it to break back down through. I think there's going to be quite a big move on the Australian dollar this week. I've already got my position in. I don't think this week at the moment is I don't think we ought to be sort of putting large positions on anywhere. It is quite an uncertain market. The commercials have a short ratio of 3.6 to 1, which is reduced from last week. So there isn't a big heavy position pulling us down. We're still above the 50 on the RSI, and the RSI is actually pointing up. So we'll see how that goes anyway, but nothing really to write home about this week, I don't think, as yet. So hopefully see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye now.